are spending the next 7 days in this massive underground city.
Maybe that's why it took so long for MrBeast to address his allegations. He's been busy in underground cities or renting out movie theaters to watch Talk Tour. Well, here in the real world, his reputation is crumbling around him. His videos are drastically underperforming. He was just reported to the FBI over his company's chat logs, and his lack of addressing his many controversies seems to be costing him a lot of fans. Well, now, however, not only are his businesses and his Amazon show under a microscope, but also his philanthropic ventures. MrBeast is deceiving viewers with CGI in his philanthropy videos. In a video recently uploaded by Rosanna Pansino, it was uncovered that MrBeast is faking his philanthropy videos to make it seem as though he is doing more good than he actually is.
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness.
And what if I told you MrBeast didn't actually pay to cure 1,000 people's blindness?
Jimmy, we've tried reaching out to you via registered mail, phone calls, messages. Get in touch with us, give us a call. We'd love to make things right.
They digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
So I want to look at some of MrBeast's philanthropic ventures to see if he's actually what he's described to be. Because a closer look at some of his past videos reveals that what's been labeled as charity might actually be something else entirely. MrBeast has always been described as the most philanthropic person on YouTube, but it was recently revealed that MrBeast has actually been faking some of his videos with CGI to make it seem like his contributions are more impactful than they actually are. MrBeast's reputation relies heavily on his acts of giving. But is it all as selfless as it seems? To figure this out, I thought I would dive into some of MrBeast's philanthropic ventures, because some of his past videos aren't as charitable as we all thought at first. Beast Philanthropy, 26.4 million subscribers, one of the many MrBeast channels that focuses on helping by giving back to the underprivileged. The bio even reads 100% of the profits from my ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsorships will go towards making the world a better place. I fed 10,000 families for Thanksgiving, we saved an orphanage, and we built wells in Africa are just some of the few titles that make up the MrBeast Philanthropy channel. But out of these videos, a few of them got some backlash around 2 years ago that completely went under the radar. 2 years ago, MrBeast posted a video called I Cleaned the World's Dirtiest Beach. It was a collaborative effort with MrBeast and Mark Rober promoting cleaning of various beaches around the world.
This is one of the dirtiest beaches in the entire world. And we're gonna pick up every single piece of trash on this beach, starting with this water bottle.
They raised over $32 million for this charity, and over half of the donations were going directly towards funding volunteer beach cleanups around the world through the charity Ocean Conservancy. Raising money for a volunteer beach cleanup is great, but only half of the money was going towards that. What happened to the other half?
Half the money we raise is going towards funding volunteer beach cleanups like we did here today, all across the world.
The other half will be used for these trash-eating robots that pick up trash 24 hours a day, 365 days a year from rivers that flow to the ocean.
So $16 million of the donations are going towards a trash-eating robot. But what are they? Well, in 2019, Siddhant Gupta, an engineer from Bangalore, India, co-founded the Clearbot, an AI-powered self-navigating boat that can automate marine cleanup, oil clearing, foam removal, and other maritime tasks without pollution or manpower requirements.
The robot actually uses batteries and is completely electric or solar charged, and it goes out into the water and collects the trash out using a conveyor belt and then brings it back to shore.
And now we have the company Ocean Cleanup with an oversized version of the Clearbot, aiming to tackle plastics in over 1,000 rivers. And it's called the Interceptor. It's new, it's exciting, it's the future. For some reason, anytime people decide to introduce robots into our daily lives, everybody's always on board.
You can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
But when it comes to the Interceptor, apparently it's doing more harm than good. So why was MrBeast promoting it so heavily? The YouTuber Simon Clark made a video called Why Team C's Doesn't Work and spoke with an ecologist and science communicator whose PhD was in ocean conservation.
My issue is when it comes to the ocean cleanup, no problems with the Ocean Conservancy, they're wonderful. But when it comes to the ocean cleanup, there are better proven systems that already exist. So there is no need to settle for a solution that is not the best. There is a report written by a global organization saying that we already have all the tech we need to accomplish reducing plastic by something ridiculous like 80%. And we can accomplish this in the next, I think it's 20 to 30 years.
They talk about how the interceptors aren't customizable to account for wildlife in the rivers, and that Team Seas will only clean about 3 years worth of plastic that's been added over the last 15 hours. That doesn't seem that great. Other experts say that only 3% of plastics in the ocean floating on the surface would even be recoverable by Ocean Cleanup's device.
The funny thing about the interceptor though is, even though it's marketed as brand new technology, shiny, just developed, it is, as far as I and others can tell, nearly an exact copy of technology that has been in operation for decades already. The closest match to the interceptor is called Mr. Trash Wheel. It's in Maryland, and it's been operating, scooping trash for years.
In 2022, Vox made an article detailing the benefits of the trash wheel in Maryland, calling it a low-tech tool that gets plastic before it reaches the ocean, and that it's highly effective and efficient and cheap.
It's been operating, scooping trash for years out of a harbor, not the middle of the river where wildlife needs to travel, but a harbor where river currents naturally gather things like they do in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The currents sweep things into the harbor area.
They even say that ocean cleanup operations can harm marine life. So if the interceptor is a less effective version of older technology, why is so much money going into it? Who is funding this effort? Please recycle. Coca-Cola. That's right, the Coca-Cola company is funding the cleanup effort in collaboration with Ocean Cleanup. They even made a video that got almost no attention. And just for reference, Coca-Cola is the #1 top polluter of ocean plastics for the 6th consecutive year. So this cleanup effort that seems like a flashy, futuristic, life-saving way to clean the ocean is actually just a front for major corporations. Corporations that are collaborating with big names like Mark Rober and MrBeast to spearhead their greenwashing efforts. It's great for corporations. They know people are more likely to listen to nonprofits like Ocean Cleanup, MrBeast, and Mark Rober, and this way they don't seem like they're pandering by advertising and they don't get bad press. I don't know if MrBeast and Mark Rober knew about Coca-Cola funding the Ocean Cleanup, but it really doesn't take that much research to find out. It's on the Ocean Cleanup's website. I also find it very strange that the two people that are talking about cleaning up the ocean from plastics are the same two people that were promoting the company Circle, a product that produces a lot of plastic waste, but that's a video for another time, and this channel did a whole review about how Circle is not good for the environment.
According to the package, you have to replace them. Yeah, it says use within 10 days of opening. So that's not a lot of days. The nipple/spout thing and the flavor tampon, you can't open them up and clean inside of it. So you're just gonna have to take them every 10 days and toss it in the trash.
But I want to focus on another MrBeast Philanthropy video. I fed 10,000 families for Thanksgiving.
This is 10,000 turkeys, and we're gonna give them all away to people in need. The food drive starts in 5 minutes. Look at how long this line is. It never ends. We are literally feeding an entire city.
This video had a very interesting concept, but people were saying that it seemed like a sponsored video disguised as charity work. 10,000 turkeys were donated by the company Jenny O, and it was credited in the video and the description. And if you go on their website now, they don't seem to be selling it anymore, but at the time it was selling for around $25 each.
Last year they donated over 400,000 pounds of turkeys to people in need. Like this. Where'd you get that from? I found it. That's not fake?
This oven-ready turkey from Jenny O?
Did they tell you to say that?
They did. They gave me $3 and a turkey. They're also pre-seasoned.
And more importantly, they gave us 10,000 turkeys to give away at this food drive, so I forbid you from buying a turkey from any other brand for this Thanksgiving.
This is the Thanksgiving turkey now.
So that's a donation of around $250,000, which seems like a lot until you find out what was the parent company of Jenny O. That company being Hormel Foods, a food conglomerate worth $17 billion. But that was just in 2024, because in 2021, when this video was released, they were worth around $23 billion. So a donation of $250,000 really isn't that much for a company worth that much money. It's nothing more than a TV advertisement, but instead of a 15-second commercial, you're getting a 4-minute dedicated MrBeast video that reached over 11 million viewers. MrBeast gets a video showing his philanthropic activities, Hormel Foods gets to advertise one of their products, Jenny O, and they even get to change some of the bad publicity that they've been receiving. In 2021, articles were coming out accusing companies like Hormel Foods and Smithfield's, that's another company MrBeast worked with in the past,
Which is why we partnered with Smithfield to do something way bigger than this video.
accused them of price-fixing schemes to increase their profits. Tyson Foods, JBS USA, Smithfield Foods, Hormel Foods, and other pork processors were accused by food distributors of a classic price-fixing scheme where they shared sensitive data about their production levels in an effort to increase pork prices. The price-fixing litigations dated back to 2018, but it's only been recently that they reached a settlement here in 2024. They settled these litigations to the amount of $57 million. Isn't it weird that one of the companies responsible for controlling the market share of 80% of grocery items that was accused of price fixing to increase profits is trying to seem charitable by working with MrBeast, handing out turkeys on Thanksgiving? But maybe MrBeast had no idea. Maybe he didn't know about these companies that had very public issues before he decided to work with them on his philanthropy channel. But now we get to the most recent scandal when it comes to MrBeast Philanthropy, where people are asking, is it fake? MrBeast is deceiving viewers with CGI in his philanthropy videos.
In a remote part of Nepal, this hospital looked like this.
In a video titled We Powered a Mountain, MrBeast's team goes to a community with no electricity and try to power it, and also build a hospital. The problem with this video was that one of the producers/editors, Dan Mace, had a BTS behind the scenes video on his channel. And when you compare the footage, you can see that MrBeast added CGI to make it seem like he did more charity work than he actually did, adding CGI decay, trash, and moss to the video. And this was pointed out in a video uploaded by Rosanna Pansino in collaboration with Dogpack 404.
MrBeast is that he has faked parts of his philanthropy videos in a way where he's making it look like they did more than they actually did. You know, for one example, there's like moss growing here, which is...
Yeah, it looks more decrepit.
Yeah, and it's like
this
the
one.
concrete's breaking down right here. There's like holes in the roof. There's like all this random crap.
But in the real shot, there's no moss.
Yeah.
There's no decrepit.
So in this opening shot, where MrBeast says, this is what the hospital looked like a month ago, they digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, they did that to make it look all broken down and decrepit, adding all these, like all this trash, like this looks like a PlayStation 2 graphic.
Apparently, this is something he has done multiple times before.
This secluded town in the middle of nowhere looked like this.
You saw it? Some part of a real building here, but then they just use generative AI or you know, editing or whatever to expand it, because it's like the building here is like expanding, so it's like they added on the whole back half of the building. The flowers here are like not lining up. You can barely tell that this is faked.
And if he isn't using CGI to embellish the videos that he's doing on his philanthropy channel, he's reusing the same footage to make it seem as though more work was done. For example, in the We Built 100 Wells in Africa video.
You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second. One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go. You're gonna love this video.
In multiple shots, you see the same wells listed as different wells. Well 29 and 67 were the same. He also said he built a bunch of wells in Kenya, but then showed wells that were clearly built in Zimbabwe.
At the beginning of the video, I said that what if MrBeast didn't actually cure 1,000 people's blindness? It's been 2 years since that video was released, and MrBeast hasn't paid the non-profit organization that provided these surgeries.
Mr. Flight is one of the nonprofits that's featured in that video. Our surgeons, our people are performing that work. It only costs us about $2,000 per surgery after consideration of the donated supplies that we received from other organizations. We did 62 surgeries that weekend. That's $124,000. We have yet to receive a penny from MrBeast or anyone mentioned in that video. Like, what is going on here?
This is the company Mission Flights, a non-profit organization that connects isolated communities with hope. Mission Flight has 6 primary programs that help underprivileged communities on both the international and domestic side. And if you look at the item at the very top, they have medical, dental, and optical clinics. In a video posted almost 8 months ago, the director of Mission Flight states that their company was featured not only in the video, but their optical clinic was used to perform the surgery and they were not paid for their resources.
Did we receive any kind of compensation from MrBeast for any of the surgeries in April of 2022?
Nothing related to MrBeast in our projects.
And what about any other clinics, any other dates that we've been doing surgeries in Mexico?
Any projects? No.
And as of October 30th, they said, we still have not received any money nor any communication with MrBeast after multiple attempts to reach out. MrBeast posted his video in January 28th, 2023, and almost 2 years later, they still didn't receive their money. So many people decided to share this video. The video got a lot of views. I even spoke with Mike directly, and we had set up an interview, and I was gonna make a part 2 for this video. But as of right now, it seems like Mission Flights have taken their video down. Maybe someone on the MrBeast team finally reached out after he started getting backlash.
Hey guys, Mike from Mission Flight. Big update regarding our video about MrBeast and the eye surgeries. And thank you to you, the online community that helped get the word out. In fact, yesterday, someone from Jimmy's team contacted us and was sincerely surprised that, that we had not been compensated. He was pretty shocked and asked what they can do to make things right. I just referenced back to our video where we had done 62 surgeries that weekend. They cost us about $2,000 each, and so they wired $124,000 this morning. So thank you again very much.
So they got paid. That's great, but why did it take 2 years? It seems like MrBeast only decides to make things right after it's a PR nightmare. It reminds me of the time when this TikTok baker told a story in 2022 about a cake she made for MrBeast that MrBeast didn't actually end up paying for after she made it.
This is not a toilet. It's actually a cake that I was asked to make to prove that I could make a super realistic toilet. And in return, I was going to get hired to make this cake for a very big video and get paid a lot of money. And instead, I was not hired, and this video was shown to another decorator on how to make a toilet cake. And long story short, I'm never making a toilet cake again, and you should always have a contract before you make something. But they're like, no, we don't care, we definitely want you, we'll pay anything, just make it happen. Okay, so I believe them. And just a quick side note, one of the stipulations of me doing the proof of concept was that they could not use this video in their video. They could not show this video to anybody else as an example. And I found out from someone who was inside the team that they did show it to other cakers. At the time, I didn't know it was Natalie's Side Surf, but it doesn't matter. She's able to make her own cake. This is not about her. This is about the team showing my content to other people when I told them not to. So I began, shipping things to the location, hiring people to make molds, trying to make it work, telling them all along the way that it's too expensive. Like, are you sure you really want me to do this? They're like, yes, yes, yes. And then once they actually get the invoice, crickets. They don't say, no, this is too high. Oh, no, we're not going to go with you. No hard feelings. They just ghost us, which I was like, this is very unprofessional. So I keep emailing them. And finally they're like, no, we're not going with you.
It wasn't until this video got 31 million views and 4 million likes that MrBeast even decided to give her a call and make things right.
So for those of you that speculated that this whole thing was with MrBeast, I can confirm it was. What happened, and it was unfortunate. So last night, Jimmy called me up and we had a good heart-to-heart conversation. We talked about where the communication fell through, what we could have done better to make sure that something like this doesn't happen in the future. We came up with a plan to resolve the issue, and long story short, everything's all good.
There are many people who are looking into MrBeast's Philanthropy channel and making videos on it, so I will leave links in the description to the videos that I referenced here. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and be sure to tune in next time.